which leads me into another video with the title that caught my eye. Being a gangster was the worst mistake I ever made in my life. That's a deep title. Break that down.
Yes, worst mistake I ever made in my life by far. I ruined a lot of relationships. I missed a lot of time with family. All the hurt, the pain, the deceit, the betrayal, the being shot up in the hospital, having to watch my back everywhere I go. I can't go to places that I like much without looking over my shoulder. I don't see too much benefit from it besides I had got a little money at the time, a little notoriety. It was just the worst mistake I ever made in my life. I regret it every day. I showed a lot of fidelity to men I shouldn't have. And the streets just not initially what I thought it was. It's very, very different. And it get intricate and people don't see that.
How soon or late, depending on how you take it, did you realize that this life is for the birds? This is not going to, there's no future in this. I'm either going to be dead or in jail.
It was actually like my first year in prison when, all the guys I was cool with, all the women I was cool with, none of them wrote me. None of them checked on my mother.
Yeah.
None of them asked did I need anything. None of them sent a book. Nothing. It's like, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm going to end up there in jail. And sure enough, I was in jail in the hole when I was thinking about that. Like, man, all these years I wasted.
What was life like in the hole?
It was very, very repetitious. And, when I was locked up, I think I was temporarily saying I had a lot of behavioral problems and things I was going through. It was peaceful because I didn't have to look over my shoulder. I knew, I wouldn't be around nobody without handcuffs on or anything like that. But it was just very boring. The same thing over and over and over. The monotony, the repetition. I think it drove me temporarily insane. I definitely had a lot of time to think and plan. So it was some benefits to it. But for the most part, it was just super boring. Super boring.
Yeah. What got you through it? How did you make it through it mentally, even though you said you broke down and you were temporarily insane? Like, how did you officially, just say, damn, I got to do this? How did you do it?
You don't really have a choice. But after I had my small breakdown, I just started just doing things to occupy my time, writing poetry or maybe some raps and long, detailed game plans. Studying religion. I said I'm just going to utilize this time to sharpen my mind. So that's how I pretty much got through it, just doing it and occupying my time.
Now, I've heard of level 4 prisons out here in California. I've never heard of level 5. And then again, I'm a civilian, never stepped foot behind bars. But you have a video about your experience in level 5. You said you thought it was going to be super gangster, but it was more like, and then you put ... What was level 5 prison like for you?
Like I said, initially heading into a level 5, they got the top gang members up there. They got the top shooters. I thought it was going to be like mafia style, very organized, respectful, because everybody playing by the highest rules. But when I got there, I'm like, this really is a nut house. I never seen men smear feces all over their body or, mix feces with mustard and paint murals on the wall. Guys pulling out their hookup every day on anybody who walk past their cell, screaming all night, slamming on lockers. I'm like, damn, this really just a nut house that they put you in, because here in Michigan, they closed down a lot of the mental institutions and started sending people to prison. But some of those guys, I don't think they deserve to be there. They need to somewhere getting some special attention and treatment to adapt with reality or something like that, man. It was pretty bad.
You have another video where you go into detail of why prison is such a horrible place. Break down for these kids out there who are living the life that you were living when you were 15, 16. Talk to them about the most horrible things about prison: the smells, the bunking with another dude, the not seeing the women. You know, talk to me about just the horribleness of prison.
Well, yeah, you on point right there, man. Smells horrible. Super hot all the time, or super cold. It's never the right climate. Everything you do, you have to have permission to do it as a grown man. Somebody telling you what to do or what you can't do. I don't care if you got a gym call out, and if they tell you go back to your room, you got to do it. Calling you out your name, calling you convict, and standing on it. You know, calling you a number. You never hear your name really from a CO. Definitely bunking with another man, and you in a room the size of a parking space with another man. The toilet in there, you got to eat where you defecate at. Like, who would want to go through that? Stiff necks, hard legs, none going up, predators running around, people fighting over suits. That's just a horrible life to be living, if you ask me.
Yeah. When did you change, man? When did the light bulb hit and you're like, all right, it's time to go in a different direction and leave this street life behind?
I would say that would be 2 years ago, officially. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done with it. I was just sitting thinking, you just reflect back in your life, man. I fell in every statistical category to stereotype. Was going to prison, being shot, gang banging, no biological father in the home or a relationship with him. So I'm like, man, I don't want to keep going through this, nor do I want to put my daughter through this, because she's coming of age and she's remembering these things now. So that's the point. I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to change. And I'm definitely going to spread the word about the change and why not to go through the things I've done.
As the time goes by and the earth rotates, we gon' fly high up to outer space, and we would never fall down. I'm one with the universe, call me the sound. The bass booming in your speaker, with the microphone I possess, it's a heater. You better drop it, let go. You can't touch my beats or my flow, nigga. Kevin Smith my name, but not the director, we ain't the same, man. I'm a pimp by nature, inside of me is a God the creator. Pursuing my dreams, cause anything is possible, you know what I mean. I wanna live comfortable, but gotta be clean. But working every day from 9 to 5 in my thing. I feel like I'm trapped, can't get out of the bubble. I'm running out of time, overload, I'm in trouble. I feel like I'm trapped, can't get out of the bubble. I'm running out of time, overload, I'm in trouble.
One by one, we start to subtract them. Separate facade from who really bought that action. Feel like I'm trapped in the room without a key. Four walls surrounding me, stripping my identity. Got me in the bubble to observe and deceive. Take away my culture and my nationality. Talking about double jeopardy.